all emotional states eventually come to pass. They are transient. Childhood automatically goes away. Does anyone feel bad about it? In the same way, you will also pass away, and God will pass away. Nothing will remain. When you ripen with the mantra that has been given to you, spiritual knowledge will start expressing itself. Such is its power. You will do nothing. The realization will talk through you. The power of the mantra will increase, and it will be understood that the Guru state is within you. People have devotion. They love the Guru, but they have no inclination for self-realization. Devotion to God is there, but a strong desire for knowing the truth is not there. An individual thinks he is a small entity in the world. The fact is that the experience of the world is dependent on us. However, we cannot be an object of our senses, as by nature we cannot be known by the senses. Our true nature is unmanifest. The first experience one gets is that of God. I am. In the manifest world, when we search for ourselves, we find God. Because God is using our body and our name. After discovering God, the eternal is discovered. You are eternal. Do not say that you are the body. Consciousness lasts for a duration. It is called the tenure of life. Go back to the state when you had no experience of anything. People are devoted to God, but to find one in search of true self-knowledge is rare. God, seed consciousness, is the center point. He spontaneously takes the form of the universe. With body consciousness, we will not be able to discover that we are eternal. What is the use of making the mind blank? In deep sleep or while intoxicated, the mind is blank. Who is the knower of this? Samadhi brings in various miracles. The experience of the awakening of Kundalini is like that also. But it will not give you the experience of truth, love, joy, gain, loss. All are one, and that is consciousness. As you go further, you will understand how the concept of beingness arises and where it goes. This gives rise to Nirvikalpa Samadhi, one without any concepts. The sense whether we are or we are not is not there. The rest of the Samadhis are Savikalpa with concept. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi there is no witnessing. From now on, do not consider yourself a human being. You are immortal, eternal, and perfect Parabrahman. This understanding does not come from outside. It is known because it is. It is our true nature. It cannot be made new, it cannot be invited, and you need not go to meet it. Remain as you are in the natural state of being. Do not imitate the Guru. Catch hold of his true nature. You should not act through intellect, but act through natural instinct. Religions are created by and followed by human beings. How is one prior to the accusation that he is a Hindu or a Muslim? We're all bound by traditions in the world. They do not last, just as flowers do not last. In a village where Muslims live, is the land Muslim? The elements, fire, air, earth, space, and water, have no false pride of belonging to a creed. Consciousness is the essence of the 5 elements. We call it the sun. The sun means the light of our own beingness. In that light, there are an infinite number of images in time and of infinite worlds. I hope you do not have any pride of the body. Why not look at the source? One did not have the memory of his consciousness. It has come now. How long has it been since you got this memory? As many years as your present age is. This memory is Maya. It is delusion, the mother of ignorance. It is said that we are eternal and infinite. It is said through the consciousness. How can this be true if consciousness itself is unreal? Would this question arise if there were no consciousness? Life tenure means that there is consciousness and memory for that period. Whatever is said and whoever says it is quite right, but only at that time. Your sense, I am, is a precious jewel. If you hold on to something in your meditation, it will manifest through your consciousness. If you meditate on Krishna, it will manifest in the form of Krishna. However, all that is transient. When someone says that he has become a perfect jnani, how could it be when the knowledge itself is imperfect? Will Vishnu come here and ask me what I am prattling about? He will not. He may have been here at one time, but he is not here now. When Brahman is dismissed through right discrimination, it is called Para-Brahman. Space is everywhere. It does not go from place to place. Space, prana, and luster are everywhere. Only human beings identify themselves as bodies and behave in various ways. The knower must be identified no matter what it takes. This may happen in a moment or not even in a lifetime. You are the consciousness in which all kinds of knowledge are consolidated. It is not necessary to go all over the world in order to recognize the self. Your consciousness has no form. It is neither small nor big. It is as good as nothing. What is the reason? It is because so long as you know that you are, it exists. You have the need for the self, but it is prior to the need. If you recognize it, you will understand that all needs have their source in consciousness, and they all merge into the same. It has no beginning. It is atomic. If you go to look for it in the world, it will not be found because it is the one through whom you know you are. It is the Lord through whom you see the world. It is the knowledge that you are without saying it. As consciousness, it is also the Lord of the qualities. All names, male and female, belong to it. The Atman and the Para-Atman are names given through words for the sake of understanding. Till such time that this knowledge is consciously known, we need ourselves. Consciousness is there as long as one exists. He is the witness of consciousness without the act of witnessing. Your awareness itself is the eight-handed goddess Mahakali, the great divine mother. If you are convinced that you are immortal, imperishable, and indestructible, she is pleased. If she is pleased, she will fulfill your needs. If you call her mortal, she will be displeased. She provides when the devotee becomes one with the consciousness I am. There is not a single living being that does not worship Atman. The insects also worship him as they look after themselves. All human bodies are temples of God. Unless there is duality, there cannot be identification, Brahman and Maya, God and devotee. At first, it has to be divided like that and then united. When you recognize yourself, you will know that there is no being on earth to whom you are not of any use. God is omnipresent. He has pervaded everything everywhere. This is the view of your own consciousness. If you understand this, not even a trace of selfishness will remain in you. Whatever you do will be worship of the inner self only. In order to realize, you have to meditate on consciousness through which you know you are. Call it the Guru. Hold its feet tightly. From it you are getting the experience of the physical body and the world. It is your own nature. Remember it well. Worship it constantly by remembering it. It is the image of your true nature. Remember that, and no concept will trouble you. Para-Brahman conveys his own knowledge to Brahman. The manifestation is I am. He is there from where the sound emanates. The word is the assurance of Brahman consciousness. It is the life force. Your sense, I am, is the same as Brahman. The act of seeing is empty, yet the very sight of the seer is the creation. False identification with the body is the reason for all joys and sorrows. Remember that you are the offspring of your Guru. Therefore his word is your authority. What is his dictum? It is whatever is that you are. There is nothing else. There is no other method for the aspirant. Without faith in the Guru word, people grope for other methods. When prana leaves the body, what happens to the self? It pervades everywhere. Its symbol is space. You are that. Space is purer than the four grosser elements. Your consciousness is purer than space. When a jnani leaves the body, he experiences bliss. When you realize the self, you will know that there is bliss at the time of death. It will be the experience of one who knows that whatever is created is Brahman, the consciousness. There is no other except you. Even though a jnani may worship the qualitative Brahman, he has no delusion. The impressions stamped in the body from childhood are flowing through prana. This is called mind flow. Can you put a stain on space? Then how would the light permeating space be? Your knowingness is the light of the self. The purpose of your spiritual activity as a seeker is to know who you are. Your association with all other information will vanish. Wake up and be aware this very moment. Worship the self, the king of knowledge. He resides in the body. To follow the word of the Satguru is the most worthy effort. He is beyond the five elements. Before you fall asleep, remind yourself that you are not the body. Slowly, the Guru word will bring joy. As it eradicates harmful things, it also removes the obstacles to your spiritual growth. The belief that you are the body is the obstacle. The Satguru's message is, I am all. With implicit faith in the Satguru, one becomes perfect Brahman. I know that I am, and hence I know that the world is. Both happen spontaneously. The world comes into existence along with my birth. Our true nature is the self. It appears to me as I am, and the world follows. This will be understood when you know with certainty that the body is not your true nature. Out of 1,000,000, a rare one will say, "This world is because I am." All others will say that the world existed previously. I came into it. I am the world, and the world is I. This information pertains to the manifested consciousness. Where there is the word, there is a guarantee of beingness. When the word permeates all around, it becomes of the nature of space. Our talk is stored in space. The quality of knowingness which is within is called Chidakash. The light of the space of consciousness has blazed into such a dazzling conflagration that it is called the great space, Mahakash. The space of consciousness is subtler than the subtlest. What happens in the Chidakash is absorbed and its pictures are taken immediately. These are the impressions you store. Unless you know your eternal nature, it will go on the same way. The wish that one's consciousness should last forever is the root Maya. It is the source of devotion and love. That is called Chidakash. The universe is created in that. The original nature of it is not to be, not to exist. If you know this well, will there be any loss if the visible comes to an end? Will there be any grieving if someone dies? Instead of saying, "I am that," say, "I am always and forever." Many people learn from the Guru and stop there. Nobody pays attention to the fact that I am is different from the teacher and the taught. Even if you take to heart the fact that I am is the cause of what has to be learned, and it is also the instrument for learning it, it is enough. Then you are already redeemed. Before learning something, your natural state of being is in perfect condition. If you limit yourself to the one who has learned when instructed, how will you get out of it? It will be an endless process. Krishna says, "The ignorant jiva does not understand what is eternal and free. Therefore I had to take a body." Witnessing the last moment of death is a festival of happiness. Time comes to an end, but not I. I have no rising, no setting. Carry on with your worldly duties. However, keep to your true nature. In your spiritual endeavors you claim, "I let go of this, I renounce this," etc. How are you going to renounce that which was never there? Consciousness is the root Maya, the goddess of knowledge. The jnani is the witness, he is not consciousness. The time of death is the end of time. You are the witness of this. Then have you ended there? We feel the existence of body and prana, but the body and prana do not know us. You should reason until you come to this definite analysis. As the salt crystal melts, prana becomes fainter and fainter at the time of leaving the body. The bliss of the knower goes on increasing in the same proportion. This is the moment of great happiness. The end of time means the end of prana. The fact that you are listening is the result of the chemical consciousness. Teaching is imparted to this body consciousness. When consciousness goes, the teaching fades away. You are beyond this. Who is learning? Is it not the body consciousness? All dealings are done by time. Think of how you are different from what you were before this learning. Those who call themselves enlightened are wrapped up in concepts of their choice. They have not gone beyond concepts. Why do you enjoy finding fault with others Is there not a better way to feel good? Such is the characteristic of the jiva. Saint Tukaram used to call common people as saints. Do you see saintliness in every human being? There is 1 in 1,000 who really profits by what is heard here. What is recognized as a mold or a pattern is not the self. The self cannot be known. The body is an instrument. The one on whose strength the senses work is called God. He is not the Supreme Self. God Brahman is the manifest principle. Paramatman, the Supreme Self, is the unmanifest. Prana is also not the self. Prana carries out all actions. Mind, intellect, and consciousness are forms of prana. The one who has realized the self, following the Guru's word, experiences total bliss at the time of physical death. Keep to the state that you had before you were taught anything. Does anyone pay attention to how this occasion for learning and teaching has occurred? We are not what we recognize or are taught. You cannot contemplate on the Atman. What is known to us is not our true nature. The self cannot be contemplated upon. That which is not known through the senses must be you. You cannot be understood or recognized. One who understands is not the object of knowledge. The fear is due to ignorance in the thinking of a rope being the snake. Nothing is to be done. Contemplate on what you have heard. Ruminate over it with determination. Why do they call a devotee a devotee? It is because he cares for God. He contemplates on God. The rest are anxious about their households. All are concerned about what happens in their practical dealings. A rare one has a true desire about knowing God. For one who gets the supreme knowledge, there is no other thought except God. Then God has to bear the responsibility for the devotee's worldly needs. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva cannot stay eternally in their present forms. Therefore, they are illusory. The experience that is known through the senses is illusory. The one who knows this is eternal. The Guru illuminates one's true nature. One who considers the body as his true nature cannot do this. What is the instrument for devotion or worship? It is consciousness that is present in the body. It has to be called God or Guru and honored. Consciousness is Brahman. Meditating on it is all that needs to be done. No other ritual is required. Contemplate and meditate on the Guru. There is no other God. This is non-dualistic worship. In this kind of devotion, God, who is qualitative or non-qualitative with all his names, is of the nature of the devotee. Where there is God, there is devotee. Where there is devotee, there is God. There is no duality. Unless you accept this and merge into it, you will not understand. Unless a man jumps into the water, he cannot swim. Devotion fills one with the nature of God. Actually, both natures are one and the same. When there is no consciousness, who is to say it is or it is not? How many serious seekers are there who will utilize this transient life to search for God? Meditate on the one who notices the transient and phenomenal world. When the devotee has become of the nature of God, he surrenders to him. God takes care of him. His needs are provided. Who nourishes the fetus? who generates milk in the mother's breasts. When the teeth appear, will the food not be provided? This is the kind of faith needed in the true devotee. He lives with unshakable conviction. It is a pure position like that of a child. Will such a devotee ever beg for fulfilling wishes? He peacefully says, I am that. He is blessed with the experience of a child. He has no fear. How can he ever worry? When things become unbearable, repeat the word Guru, Guru. He will show you both the form and the formless. By devotion to the Guru, God becomes eager to manifest himself. Even after listening to all this, if one does not worship God, what can be done? Your consciousness is the image of God. With devotion, it becomes the infinite Brahman. Various incense sticks give out different fragrances. Similarly, the body contains different ingredients. A person's behavior is the result of the three gunas. These are sattva, knowingness, rajas, motivity, and tamas, consolidation and inertia. Behavior gives rise to good or bad results. That is called destiny. You know that you are. Contemplate on it. Do not meditate on any object. Penance is a sort of meditation. The jnani's destiny is the whole universe. You will know this through meditation. Once you know consciousness, you will never identify with the body again. I know that I have a body, but the body is not I. One remembers his childhood, but will he become a child again? Only the memory is there. Similarly, after realization, you will know that you are not the body, even while the body is still there. You will be beyond beingness. The concept I am has been created due to God. I know that God will eventually leave the body. That implies that I existed prior to God. God means prana. This is opposite to what people who identify with the body think. They think God existed prior to them. They came later. Pure consciousness is called God. How can God kill me? He only departs from the body. The consciousness in the body is God, Ishvara, the manifest Brahman. It is the same as prana, the life force. However, I is the absolute, Parabrahman, and beyond it. When one realizes that one is liberated, no worldly dealings are left for him. This is the true situation. Those who got liberated but do not continue with devotion to the Guru were not useful to common people. They are not known to common people. Those who continued devotional practices after liberation, their presence is always there, even if they no longer physically exist. After self-realization, when the body consciousness is gone, one does not require anything else for comfort. He becomes a nobody. And by being that, he becomes extinct. There is no use of the Guru unless there is complete faith and devotion. Are seekers who go to the Himalayas and find salvation of any use to other people? Many a great king has come and gone. People do not remember him any longer. Those who practiced devotion to the Guru benefited the people. And people are devoted to such sages even now. There is no greater charity than offering of self-knowledge. One who believes it becomes like the one who gives it. This is not true for other worldly gifts. There should be devotion towards the one who gives knowledge. Even if the Guru is worshipped in stone or clay, it bears fruit. Never let go of devotion to the Guru. His creed will manifest through us. Such is the greatness of devotion to the Guru. Those who are devoted to liberation become immortal in the minds of the people. One should never forget to worship the Guru consciousness. Obligations to the one who gives self-knowledge can never be paid off. One can only offer continued worship and share his teaching with others. Where there are no instruments, do mental worship and sing devotional songs. Why is Guru Bhajan performed? It is for the uplifting of the world. By doing this, one becomes as worthy as the Guru. After self-realization, the teaching process should continue for the benefit of others. God is the same as self-knowledge. Do not use other concepts. Never let go of devotion to the Guru. Your previous identity will go and you will speak with a new identity, but without taking yourself as so and so. You will know nothing about the new identity, as it will talk spontaneously. Here is a beautiful flower. Who is responsible for its growth? As it has life force, it has movement. That which exists beautifully and tenderly in the flower also speaks through this body. In the case of the flower, it does not speak, but it shows it is. It is both manifest and unmanifest, and it pervades everywhere. There is a minute sample of the infinite life force within you. You will merge into that. You will not be able to see it. Merging does not mean dying. The mind is occupied by thoughts based upon its predominant concept. Each being identifies itself with its physical body. A rare human being, 1 in a million, identifies himself with God. Prana derives its support from food, and all speak through the power of prana. Consciousness arises where prana and the essence of food are joined together. It is the source of inspiration. I am Brahman. Atman, or I, has no form. The tree grows tall because of the power of prana. Without the combination of food and prana, there is no consciousness. I am neither food nor prana. I am there only when they are united. People talk about God and Brahman, the manifest principle. I do not. I talk about my own realization. This knowledge comes from the meeting place of the world and that which is beyond the world. It is the meeting place of the manifest and the unmanifest. This must be thought through carefully. Those who feel they have understood have not understood anything. It cannot be conceptualized. Thoughts come to your mind uncalled for. They come and go. Somewhere a person dies, people gather. What thoughts prevail in people's minds? The silence of the man who is dead has entered the minds of those present. When performing any action through the body form, the sense of doership is ignorance. You behave according to the image you have of yourself. It is not true. Consciousness lasts for a certain period. It is called the tenure of life, also known as time. Eventually all this will disappear. Consciousness in the body is the experience of I am. This experience does not belong to the body. It belongs only to the knowing faculty. The body does not experience anything. Consciousness in the body is your true nature. It has no form. A person identifies with his body and goes about. nothing really happens. This will be understood if you remain in the company of consciousness. In good company, satsang, bad thoughts are replaced by good thoughts. The jiva becomes pure by realizing its true nature. Till then, the dirt in the form of the body is its only domain. In good company, impure thoughts get destroyed just as the sun cleanses the world. Bhagavan means the luminous one. It is the consciousness that makes us feel we are. Where there is devotion, there is consciousness. Where there is consciousness, there is devotion. Does the body have love for itself, or is it consciousness in the body that has love for itself? Love means devotion, and devotion means consciousness, and the same as God. When ignorance is destroyed and consciousness is freed, the devotee becomes God. One must contemplate on what one has heard. One who loves the Guru loves himself. Remember what you have heard. The Guru keeps repeating so many things, but do they stay with you? Consciousness in the body is the image of God. If consciousness is not sensed in the morning, you will not be able to carry out any actions. The sense you are that you get when you wake up is the holy side of God. Consciousness was tiny when it woke up, but how far has its light spread? It takes account of all things, real and unreal. If you welcome this consciousness, you will know that you are infinite. It is the Guru. It is your true nature. Worship consciousness that is prior to everything. Put your faith in it. Until then, you will be dissatisfied and unhappy. Have the conviction that you are God. Do not prattle about it to others. It is not necessary to announce your awakening. People will know that you have attained self-knowledge.